Channel. So today we are going to start a new series of a new course that is research methods and skills. So this is chapter 1, that is introduction to research. So let's see what research is. The process of finding solutions to a problem after a thorough study and analysis of the situational factor. This is called research. So re means to do something again and again, and search means to find out solutions for a problem. So if we combine these two words, research, it becomes research, which means that we will find solutions for those problems which are already existing, right? On the basis of the flaws that we find in the present circumstances, on the basis of that flaws, we do further research. That is called research. So the process of finding solutions to a problem, it means that we always do research in order to find solutions for a problem. Maybe it is related to your organization, any industry, or to improve your knowledge or supporting your academic growth and intellectual growth. And what else? For driving innovation and creativity, we also do research. For advancing our knowledge, we also do research. For solving different type of problems in different organizations, we do research. For generating evidence, we do research, and for fostering critical thinking, we do research. So there are a number of reasons that we do research, but the basic aim behind doing research is to find new solutions to problem, new knowledge, acquiring new problem solving skills, and so on. So in order to get any new knowledge related to any domain, we do research, right? And it is a requirement of the current circumstances and the situations around any individuals, either they are personal or at any organizational level. So the process of finding solutions to a problem after a thorough study and analysis of the situational factors. So why situational factors? Because on the basis of the situations and the environment, there is a need to do research, right? So, in order to do research, decision making is very crucial and is possible through the following ways. Intuition. So, decision making is directly related to the intuitions that you have, your gut feeling, right? So what do you think that might be the possible solutions for any problem? Experience, what your experience tells you about the solutions of any problem. Expert advice, if you think that you are not pro and in any domain and you need help of any professional or experts in that specific domain, so you can take help as well. And data analysis, you can compute the results through computational processes, through data analysis, through statistical analysis. So this is all about decision making. In your decision making, these are the crucial steps that you have to follow as a researcher. So the decision making process questions for managers. So before jumping on any conclusion, there are few questions for a manager. Who are managers? Who manage different type of situations in any organization, industries, or in your personal lives as well. So what are the types of questions that are usually asked from the managers? Do managers identify where exactly problem lies? So the task for managers is to identify the areas, the specific areas in which the problem lies. So, do they correctly recognize the relevant factors in the situation needing investigation? So, in any organization, if there is a problem at any level, so it is the task for the manager to identify specifically that area, and after identifying that area, there is a need of investigation on which factors there is a need of doing research. Do they know what type of information are to be gathered and how? So if there is a problem in any organization, how they will solve the problem, what are the factors on the basis of which they will do research, and how they will gather the information or data. These processes, a manager should know how they will get the data, how they will resolve that specific issue at specific time. So they know how to make use of information so collected and draw appropriate conclusions to make the right decisions. And do they know how to implement the results of the processes to solve the problem? So what are these are all the questions that are directly asked from managers, that how they will solve the problem, where the problem specifically occurs, what are the points of investigation, how they will gather the data, what will be the process of gathering the data. Once they will gather the data, how they will handle the data. Handle the data means how they will implement the findings on solve through solving the specific problems, right? So how they will make right decisions in that field, how they will implement the results to solve the immediate problem, right? So how the problem will be solved. So these are all the questions that should be asked by different managers of different organizations. Through these questions, one can think of proper decision making skills, that if a manager have those skills or not, right? So the decision making process questions are very important before going on any journey that is related to the research. Okay, is research according to business point of view? Business, what is business research? So business research, if we are saying business research, it means that they are related to some organizations, some industries in the field of business, right? Right. So an organized and systematic inquiry or investigation into a specific problem in the work setting, undertaken with the purpose of finding answers or solutions to it. So simply, if there is any problem which has occurred in the business related organizations in different industries and in different work settings, so in order to solve those immediate problems in those industries, in those business areas, in those business fields, the research which we conduct is called business research, right? So, this is all about business research. In essence, research provides the necessary information that guides managers to make informed decisions to successfully deal with problems. So, this is research. I have told you both the meanings, the simple definition of research and the definition of research in the business settings as well, for the managers especially. Now, two types of research: applied research and basic research. So, let's see what is basic research. That generates a body of knowledge by trying to comprehend how certain problems that occur in organizations can be solved, while applied research solves the current problem faced by the managers in the work setting, demanding a timely solution. So, there is a basic difference between these two types. That basic research we do for the purpose of getting new knowledge, for the purpose of enhancing our knowledge, for the purpose of improvement, long term improvement in different industries and organization. On the other hand, applied research is important when we are dealing with a problem that is immediate in nature and we have to solve that problem at the same time. There is no flexibility of time in solving the problem, but we have to solve that problem immediately. Solve a current problem faced by the managers in the work setting, demanding a timely solution. So, applied research is implemented on those areas where there is a need of timely solutions, right? Where there is a sudden problem that has been occurred and you have to find a solution for that. As compared to applied, basic is the one which is done for improvement, for enhancing our knowledge, for other difference, for the improvement of the industries and organization. So this is the major difference between basic and applied. Okay, managers and research. So being knowledgeable about research and research methods help professional managers too. So to do any type of research, either it is applied or basic, a manager should know these points: identify and effectively solve minor problems in the work setting. So these are all points which we have already discussed in decision making slide, that if a manager is familiar of identifying the problematic area, of finding the specific solution, the procedures for research, for implementing the results for different problems at different levels, and for implementing the findings of the results of the research, then a manager can properly understand the procedures and that we do in the industries and organizations to improve, to solve an immediate problem that occurred in any organization or in any field where there is a problem, right? So identify and effectively solve minor problems in the work setting, know how to discriminate good from bad research, appreciate the multiple influences and of factors affecting a situation, take calculated risk in decision making, prevent possible vested interest from exercising their influence in a situation, relate to hired researchers and consultants more effectively, combine experience with scientific knowledge while making decisions. So, the second last point here, relate to hired research and consultants more effectively. So, any manager in any organization, if he or she thinks that there is a problem, there is a sudden problem that has been occurred in any organization. So, what's the first step that a manager should take? He or she should hire any specific consultant or researcher from within the organization or from the environment, right? Or from the external resources that they have. So once they are not having the command over the procedures of research and what are the steps that we have to take in the process of research, then what they are supposed to do is to hire some researchers and consultants, instead that they will themselves focus on the problems and solve and try to solve the problems. If they are familiar that they can't solve the problems, then they can hire researchers and consultants as well, which is very crucial in solving different problems at different organization levels, right? So, the manager researcher relationship. If a manager hires any researcher or consultant within the organization or from the environment or from the external resources, what should be the relationship between the manager and the researcher or consultant? Each should know his or her role, right? Trust levels, value system, issue of inside versus outside researchers, consultants. It means that there should be a strong level of trust. They should value each other. They should know each other, the capacity, the capability of the researcher and the consultant. A manager should be familiar of the capability and the qualities that a researcher have. The trust level should be high, value system, they value each other. And with that, a manager should know that what type of researcher or consultant will be helpful in solving the problem. Now I'm talking about the types of researcher and consultant, which means that either we are going to hire any consultant or researcher from within the organization, or we will hire that from the external resources or outside that organization, right? So there are some merits and demerits with both the criterias. Either we are selecting the consultant or researcher from the organization or from outside. So we will be discussing those pros and cons in the next chapter.